Welcome to Lunch Break. We get an hour lunch, so we're spending 15 minutes of it each day to talk about whatever. So, let's begin the week.
Lunch break.
Lunch break.
It's Monday.
Happy Monday.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
It was good. This weekend was awesome. We did have like a little party thing and hang out with a bunch of people, and it was chill.
Yeah, it's very nice to see a whole bunch of people, all hugs around and everything.
We ate a lot of food, and it was very delicious food.
I got inspired to make a pasta salad based off of a pasta salad I saw yesterday.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know that I liked pasta salad that much, but that was an amazing pasta salad.
I fell in love with pasta salad probably a few years ago, but I've never really attempted to make it because, I don't know, it seems kind of expensive and difficult to make, and you could easily fuck it up and not taste good at all. And I think the pasta salad I made when we first moved in was kind of like that. It was like very, very oniony and kind of gross.
Yeah. I don't really remember it, to be honest. Today has been very crappy. Like the weather. Like I got to work today and I felt horrible.
Yeah, it's muggy, humid.
Yeah, raining, muggy, and like this pollen's really high, so my sinuses were bothering me. Like everything was going wrong. Just felt terrible. And then like, also today at work, holy crap, I have not done anything. The project that I'm working on is literally, I'm in limbo. It's software. I can't say that, so that's gonna be, dang it. But it's the software we're using. It's its fault. It's just killing me. It sucks. It's frustrating to use. It acts really inconsistent. It's been fighting me all day.
It feels like it's moody.
Yeah, and I swear, I felt like I insulted it because everything was going fine, and then I noticed that I was doing something wrong, and then suddenly, like now, the thing I'm working on should have been done in the first 2 hours of the day, and I'm still working on it. Like I'm not done because
Software.
I did it again, but it's freaking out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a nightmare. But also this week is going to be short. We're not going to have
taken Thursday and Friday off because we're going on vacation.
Right, and next week is going to be short because we're doing
Monday
the same
and Tuesday.
thing. Yeah. So it's going to be 2 45-minute episodes instead of the hours, but that's whatever. It's the way that it goes.
We'll have more time for XCOM and other things.
Yeah, and I also want to try to I want to talk about books, but I don't want to spoil books the whole time we're talking. Like we talk about books so much. And
the
I feel
last
like
4 episodes has been bookcast.
Yeah. And I've also noticed I talk way too fast sometimes. Like I'm trying to rush through things. Technically we have a time limit, so I'm trying to get through a bunch of stuff, but I don't know if it's really worth it if at the end of it I'm like trying to get to the end of something.
I think I'm a little biased because I'm just, I'm used to hearing. I've known you for forever, so I'm kind of used to how you talk now. But whenever I was listening, I didn't have any difficulty following it. But again, I've listened to you for like 10 years or something.
Yeah, it's just I find that it's a little harder to listen to, and plus I'm not really articulating my words or thinking through the things I'm saying very well because I'm trying to say them so quick. So there was too much going on because I'm trying to fill time and go as fast as possible.
I agree.
Very annoying. Not a fan of it. But it's cool that we got the podcast is fully published now. It's on everything. It's now on Spotify.
It's
on everything. It's everywhere where you would get a podcast is where it is.
What's that one podcasting service that you were talking about this morning that's apparently more popular than we know about? Starts with a B or something? Benzo, or it's not iPodcast. It's not the Apple one, and it's not Spotify.
I actually don't know which one you're referring to. I know that I found it Apple's obviously really popular for podcasting, but that's because everybody that has an iPhone. Yeah,
it's the most popular phone in the world or whatever.
Right. But it's on pretty much everything. The only thing it's not on is SoundCloud or whatever, maybe. I don't know. But no one can't really do RSS feeds on SoundCloud. I'm not going to bother with it. The YouTube thing is crazy because YouTube doesn't handle that stuff the same way. It's going on YouTube, but I don't really care for the way that YouTube handles podcasts.
Isn't it sorted out of order or something?
Well, sort of, yeah. I had to go in and change some things about that. But the main issue is just it doesn't. You can't update stuff. So if we wanted to change photos, or if I wanted to make an edit to something that was in the podcast, I would take something out or something, whatever it may be. You can't I mean, you can. I could go in and replace it, but I would have to replace it manually on YouTube, which is a nightmare.
And you'd have to do it like individual, like
Yeah.
per video too.
It wouldn't even just be like I can't just swap the audio because it comes with a video. So I'd have to make my own video to emulate the video that it created for us, which is just our picture.
I haven't.
and the audio.
Is that what it's like on YouTube? Like the background for the video is just like our picture the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. The way that it's set up is just kind of funky, but it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. We started watching JoJo a little bit.
I wasn't that into it while we were watching, but I don't know. It's kind of like infected my brain like a little mind worm. Like the whole week, I've just been thinking about Dio and like, who the fuck is this Dio guy? Why does he just show up? He's like the most infamous hater ever. Like apparently, he's just like, fuck this JoJo guy. I'm gonna hate him for no fucking reason.
Well, like at the very beginning of the show, he's sort of like I actually don't know how it happened, but he ended up essentially getting like adopted by that family or whatever. So he's kind of like his brother, but not really. Sort of.
I know, like the very start of the show, there's like a crash, and there's like some dude. He's like, he was robbing this guy he thought was dead, but the guy comes back. He's like, "Oh, you saved me. I'm forever in your debt," and that's Dio's grandfather.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why Dio's allowed to get accepted in that family, because the grandfather eventually passes away, and he's like, "I've got this blood debt."
Right, he's so villainous. The beginning of that show made me laugh so hard because at the start they're scrawny. There's like little people, little guys or whatever, and then the next one there's like adults and they're all just massively ripped,
Jacked.
like they're all humongous. It's like crazy.
I love the JoJo poses. Like I've seen the meme in the past of JoJo poses, but now I finally get it. They're just like, yeah, like these like bodybuilder poses with Japanese text going everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly, I mean, that show is too long. So I wouldn't mind watching more of it, but also I wouldn't want to I'm not going to commit to it. I don't want it to be something where I feel like I have to finish this show because it does just kind of go on forever.
I don't know where it could go on from there, but
it has an insane amount of seasons.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Set so far? So far it's like in like 1800s London.
Yeah.
So
also, I have no idea what the plot of it even really is. I'm going into it with knowing nothing about the show other than just people watch it a lot. So.
I've only seen the memes, and none of the memes at all look like what I've watched in the show. I'm like, what the fuck is like two different things here?
Yeah, I don't know.
But we only watched like 2 episodes or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I'm down to watch more of it. It might be kind of cool. But yeah, my birthday's coming up.
Happy birthday. We're going to be in Cincinnati while that happens.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't like it. I'm going to be 27.
It's kind of like a convenient thing that we already planned to take a vacation now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. They asked me if I wanted to do something for it. I'm like, we're kind of already doing stuff. Like, I don't want to add on to what our itinerary, the crap we're already doing, just for and in my name, we're gonna go here for me. We're already doing a lot. We're good.
I am very excited for that. The drive should be pretty chill, I think, especially because we get to borrow my grandfather's car, so that car has no horrible electrical or transmission or any other litany of issues that a 10-year-old plus car could have.
Right. I'm excited to bring my Steam Deck.
Oh yeah.
I'll be able to just do whatever with it.
Look down, play the Dave's Diver game the whole time. Look up when we're there.
I could do that. Yeah. I always kind of forget how awesome the Steam Deck is. I use it really regularly, but I kind of just forget. Kind of just goes by me how convenient it really is. I don't take it anywhere.
It's kind of underrated, honestly.
I think so too.
I've never really heard anything about it. I've always just thought, oh, it's just like a Switch clone or something, but it's way more than that.
Right.
It's kind of like a portable desktop. You can just open it up and then you have access to your entire computer at home.
Right. Yeah, and then I mean, when I bought it, I was worried that I was gonna not use it. Mm-hmm. That I was just I was worried that I wasted my money and I'm not gonna get my money's worth out of it. I prefer to play games on it over my computer right now.
It's literally changed how we game.
Right. It's I
invented this setup.
Yeah. You can actually play games in the living room and get a sort of console experience where it's sort of consistent. It's the best thing for streaming and recording. Mm-hmm. It is the best. It is so much better than dealing with like your desktop and like, I mean, okay, very subjective, but point being like, because there's a lot of advantages to being on a desktop.
Amazing for couch co-op. Though.
Right. Amazing for just being able to, like, having the environment to just hang out, sit back, kind of just be in your living room. But mostly for controller-based games, there needs to be a good Steam controller.
Mm-hmm.
And the old one was cool. I have one, but it broke, like, not that long after I bought it, and I don't actually know why it broke.
You treat your technology very well.
I try not to break things. I don't understand how it stopped working. It was just working, and then one day I picked it up, and it was like dead after I charged it, and I was like, that's weird, and I plugged it back in, and it never charged anymore, and it just stopped charging. Swapped batteries, still wouldn't work. I was like, okay, it just doesn't work anymore.
The Steam Deck kind of reminds me of a mod that we used to use for Minecraft. We had that, you remember the computer mod where you could like combine all the inventory in this big computer and like look at it all at once?
Yes.
There was another part of that mod where you could get Wi-Fi and you had like this Wi-Fi panel and you could access that computer and start queuing up building things in the computer.
Right.
The Steam Deck kind of reminds me of that, like how you can access everything anywhere you are.
I think if you already have a computer, like if you're already playing on PC, the Steam Deck is... And you're interested in like couch game. Like if you like playing games with the controller, you just like that vibe of being a sit back. Like big picture mode on a desktop is cool and all. This is something else. Mm-hmm. This is a whole different world. And like being able to stream games from your desktop, if for some reason you couldn't play it on the Steam Deck, which I thought was going to be a much bigger problem when I bought it, really is not a problem. I haven't really run into any game that I can't play on the Steam Deck. Mm-hmm. And the only reason I could imagine wanting to stream my games from my desktop is if for some reason I really want it to be a higher quality. And then in that case, like, it's not even that much better because you're going to get streaming artifacts and stuff. Mm-hmm. Granted, the delay is really good. Like over your home network, there's very little to it's pretty much, it doesn't matter. The amount of delay is, you'll get used to it so fast that it won't matter. But it also makes me like play different kinds of games that I don't normally play.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Detroit Become Human.
Right. It makes me like it makes me sort of appreciate games like platformers and things like just little like Dave the Diver whatever Dive and Dave guy. Probably, I mean, I was interested in that kind of game, but I really didn't really get into those games, like those kind of just chill games like that until the Steam Deck.
It's a different vibe when you're playing games like on a couch compared to like kind of hunched up at your computer desk.
Right. Where you can just kind of just lean back and chill. You have a TV in front of you. The sound's coming through speakers. You know, you're just playing the game.
Sound system out here is fantastic.
Right. And it feels much more like you're sharing the experience way more. When you're on a computer, you're kind of in your own world. You can't really... That's not really like I can play a co-op game with somebody or whatever, and they can be at their computer and I can be at mine, and we're like really far away from each other, and we can talk to each other just fine and we can play just fine. But it's not like you're missing so much from being able to just sit down in a room and like hang out with people while playing games. Like it's a lot better.
Yeah, it's definitely super cool.
But I don't know if that's like age either. Like I don't know if I'm like just getting older. And now I'm like kind of leaning towards console experience just for the convenience of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, because was kind of basically our entire childhood was the little couch co-op experience.
Right. Yeah, that's true. And like, it's not that I don't use my computer. I still would totally use my desktop consistently, especially for like FPS games. Mm-hmm. If it's a first-person shooter, I want a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, we're playing Black Ops. Gotta.
Right. And then I want frames and I want a high res so I can like see what's going on and be accurate. And if I'm being competitive, that's basically a better way to put it. If it's a competitive game, I don't think I would really want to play it out here. Mm-hmm. But anything else, casual games, it's pretty much the best.
The only time I've used my PC now is that, like we're playing with our friends doing some like competitive game, or I've got my own little projects going on. Like I use my PC to make videos or other papers or stuff I want to write.
Right. Yeah.
How much time? Oh, we've got not enough time.
Pretty much
talk about this next time, but there's some pretty cool stuff I'd like to talk about, little side projects I've got going on.
Nice. Yeah. We pretty much ran the clock here, but I am so excited. I'm excited to make more of these. I'm glad that like everything's published, so everything's just moving now. So we just continue to keep going.
Mm-hmm. And it's definitely getting easier. Like this episode, it feels like we just sat down.
Right. And then like also I feel like it's just nice to be able to just talk about crap.
Mm-hmm.
So it is just sort of chill, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
I always leave this in a better mood than when I started.
Yeah. That's also true. Yeah, I never really thought about that. Like when I get off work from break or on break, I'm like, oh my god, whatever. And then we do this, and I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit better. Go back to work. I'm like a little bit of a boost or whatever. But yeah, we gotta go.
Time to get back to hell.
Yay!
Bye.
Lunch break.
Lunch break.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, I think.
Yeah. It's
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah.
Today is our Thursday.
Yeah. Pretty much. Today's been weird. I'm basically done, in terms of score at work, I'm good. I'm just chilling. What's really weird is I didn't think I was going to be done. Like the thing I was working on wasn't worth that much. And then I did something and now it's worth a lot, and turned it in and I'm done.
Is this points for today or points for the week?
Today.
Okay.
But I was like, cool. Now I don't have to do anything. Well, I do have to do stuff. I'm still working. I'm still trying to I'm trying to get in as many as I can, because we're going to be taking all these days off,
I know we're taking like it's a 6-day vacation. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah. Not going to be working for a long time. We were talking about Oblivion.
Yeah, the Oblivion
Remaster.
Oblivion remaster came out today.
Yeah. It would be cool to play.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they did do anything about, like, maybe they added voice actors.
Yeah,
Like
I was talking to a few people that have been playing it, and they were like, there's new voice actors, and the engine is different. And I'm like,
okay.
that feels like not what I heard on the game website.
Yeah, no, they say that its core engine is the same, but it has stuff from Unreal 5.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's just going to look way better. But, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It sounds interesting. Maybe you wouldn't even need the AI mod thing.
Oh, this is a different game.
Oh, what do you mean?
The AI mod was for Morrowind.
Oh,
This is Oblivion.
I gotcha. Okay, we were talking about two different things then. That really messed my brain up.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier potentially playing Morrowind out here, but it may have a little bit of difficulties because I don't know how easy or difficult it would be to get OpenMW. I assume about as difficult as OpenXCOM.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's just, yeah. I mean, it just kind of depends if somebody else has already done it. The Steam Deck, which somebody probably has. And
I'm not sure about OpenMW on the Steam Deck though.
yeah, I don't know.
Did someone already do OpenXCOM, or are we like the first?
Well, I actually technically just asked Grok, and it told me how to do it. So I might just do that again.
Yeah.
And it will probably work. I assume somebody's done it in the past. Like, that's probably how I was able to do it this time. But I don't really know.
Yeah, Morrowind would be really, really fun with like AI voices, because like that game, especially if like you're trying to record it for a session, unless you've got like a good voice and are good at reading books out loud.
I mean, it's exhausting sitting there reading all the time.
Yeah, we'd spend like more than half the time we were playing just sitting here being, well, in Falkreath, you have to go find Ashkavar and give him the big axe of awakening.
Right.
Rather than just having, it do it for you.
Yeah. I mean, I would be fine. I like reading stuff out loud. I think it's fun. I've gotten decent at it from just doing like Mickey Mouse, like the fiber crap.
I do like it too, but
my biggest problem is I'm just going to say words wrong all the time, and I have to constantly be like, oh, what is that? I don't know what that is. And that's gonna mess me up.
I have a weird thing where like if I'm reading something aloud, I have if I'm trying to like read it for something, I have a difficult time absorbing the meaning. But if I'm like reading it aloud to myself, then I understand it better.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really... I feel like either way, it's the same for me. I just feel like... Well, I definitely feel like whether or not I'm putting an emphasis on, like... Okay. I'm sorry. I understand what you meant by that.
I'm thinking like...
Well, because like if I'm focusing on making, like, projecting my voice and saying it in a way that's interesting, then that's going to distract me from the meaning behind it somewhat. Probably.
I'm like focusing on reading it correctly rather than understand what I'm reading.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah. And it probably wouldn't sink in as well if you're not
I'd
just
have
like
to
kind of
reread
reading
it a few times.
Right. Yeah. Having AI voices would be sweet. And I feel like the game, we would, again, I don't think we would be able to record it.
Mm-hmm.
If we tried to like record and make a series out of that, it would be so boring. So just streaming would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just sitting around. I'm a little bit worried. Like, would it be like AI, like we talk and it picks up our voice or whatever?
Oh no, it's just like in
It just says
Morrowind.
it.
Yeah, all the walls or text are just converted to AI voices.
Okay. So I was thinking like, because you were saying you can ask them like, or to try to like follow up whatever.
Well, the dialogue system in Morrowind's a little bit more complicated than like in Oblivion or Skyrim. Like you'll get
Right.
a whole bunch of different options to say stuff to them, and then there's a whole bunch of different responses they can give you depending on a bunch of different factors, like their opinion of you, what faction they're in, and what faction you're in, and the relationships between those two factions,
Right.
what race you are. So if you go up to someone and ask them, like, where is this thing? They could be like, oh, you're this different race, part of a different faction. So I kind of fucking hate you. So why should I even tell you? I'll give you like a general direction, but I won't give you any specifics. But if you bribe them a little or try to, get to know them a little better and improve your relationship with them, they may be more lenient and give you more specific advice.
Right. I mean, that sounds super cool.
Mhm.
It sounds like it would be really fun to like, again, if it was streaming, like to just sit there and sort of like debate about whether or not they're telling the truth or whatever,
Mhm.
and take notes on like what each person was saying, kind of try to keep track of it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the idea of just being confused on live, like while streaming, is fun.
Mhm.
like I don't know, I have no idea where to go. Like I feel like it wouldn't be so bad.
And then you can work out a few methods to kind of like determine whether or not this information is accurate
Right.
and whether or not you may want to pursue more information seeking, such as, talking to other NPCs in the area.
You said the AI will sort of say things with like an emotional connotation.
Mm-hmm. So like the AI are given voices depending on like their flavor text. So if you go up to them, they'll be like, hello.
Yeah.
So then the voice is just based off of that. And then it's their opinion of you scaling from 0 to 100. If it's really low opinion, the tone of the voice will inflect kind of like negatively.
Okay, that's cool. It makes me like, I don't know. It's not really it's not really a comparison, but I was thinking of like L.A. Noire,
Mm-hmm.
and like I still feel like that would be fun to stream.
Oh, yes.
But I kind of do think it would be super goofy and over the top, and maybe would get old very quickly. But I love that mod that just makes the faces extremely exaggerated. Because I think it would probably also make it a lot easier,
Mhm.
and like, but also in like a really fun kind of way. Like I wonder if he feels guilty and his eyes are all like he's super sad but smiling. You're like,
And they're all making like anime faces.
yeah. I feel like that would be really fun. I've only ever like watched people play that.
Mm-hmm.
I've never actually done it. I've played the game, but I haven't watched with anybody with that mod or played with that mod.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how hard it is to add.
I can't imagine it'd be too difficult. It's probably just like file swapping something.
Yeah, it always makes me anxious whenever we're trying to do that crap with the Steam Deck because
Mhm.
it can totally be, it can be a problem. It can definitely become difficult very quickly. Become difficult, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything. I don't really have that much. I basically just wanted to go over the Oblivion crap.
Mhm.
I didn't realize we were talking about two different things. The remaster. Have you seen any pictures or screenshots or anything on it?
I've seen like a couple screenshots and it looks, it's just like looks like Oblivion but with better graphics.
Okay. Yeah. Did you play Oblivion much?
I played it a little bit. It's just I played Skyrim first,
Yeah.
and Oblivion and Skyrim are quite similar.
Right.
Morrowind's drastically different than Oblivion or Skyrim. So, and I find that game just more fun to me, but I just had a difficult time getting into Oblivion because I played so much Skyrim, so it's just like, it just feels like Skyrim again. And
Yeah.
I wasn't really that interested in the story or anything. And then I liked the gameplay more and Morrowind. At this point, I had already played Morrowind, so I'm just like, it's kind of like, maybe like the worst of both worlds.
Yeah. Why? What's wrong with it?
Well, it's not as polished as Skyrim, and it doesn't look as good as Skyrim, but it plays like Skyrim. And the only thing I really like about Skyrim is how it looks and how immersive the world feels. And then Morrowind looks like shit and is very janky, but I love the gameplay mechanics.
Right.
Oblivion looks pretty bad, plays very jankily, and it feels like Skyrim gameplay mechanics, just less refined.
Gotcha. So you're saying they should have remastered Morrowind?
I think I would have preferred, Morrowind, but apparently Todd Howard said a long time ago that they're never going to do that because it's like his baby.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Mm-hmm.
So but isn't that just to say that he doesn't care about Oblivion? So he's just like, well, you can fuck with that all you want.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't think he was like the lead
didn't work
developer on that.
Yeah, never mind. Whatever. That's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Also, those games are confusing how they do that. Also, I read that they said that they changed like the fighting mechanics to make it more Souls-like in Oblivion. Yeah, I straight up like I don't. That's what that's what I read. I don't know what that means, or
maybe it means their gameplay mechanics has a little bit more depth. Because right now, all you can really do. You've played Skyrim before, so you swing your sword, you block.
Yeah,
you shoot your magic, or you have magic defense.
Right. I really don't like Skyrim that much. The combat in Skyrim was so boring to me.
That Skyrim combat comes from Oblivion.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure if I would be super into it, but
there was one thing I do more about Oblivion, because like I did say like the mechanics and the gameplay are less refined than they are in Skyrim. Like it's less polished, but that's also a benefit depending on how you're playing it. Like I found a lot of enjoyment playing that game and like a really just unserious, I'm just fucking around, because it is a really good game for that. And the game is very, very silly. Yeah.
Well, then maybe that could be cool. I'm just like, I don't know. I got so fatigued of Skyrim. I got so tired of it. Like, this felt really repetitive, and like, I immediately just wanted to mess around in the game. But like Morrowind, honestly, just the spell stuff was like infinitely more fascinating.
Oh yeah,
and like the mixing and matching of spells and like creating new things was super cool. It feels really weird that doesn't exist in those games. Like
people found it too complicated and like too burdensome to mess with, but it's hands down like my favorite part of the game.
That's so weird. Like then don't remove it, just make it less janky, right?
They very much, the very simplification started during like Oblivion, and then Skyrim's an even more simplified version of like the magic system. Like a benefit of Oblivion is the magic system. Like you can still make your own spells, and you can still kind of use magic while you're fighting, but it's nothing like Morrowind.
Right. Well, I mean, I to be honest, spells. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm stupid because people really liked Skyrim. So,
well, I mean, it's just it appeals to a wider demographic. So,
right.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, I don't know, and I also just never got super into the story in Skyrim.
Well, like the story's kind of
like the world just didn't like. I didn't really get into it. I didn't really care that much. And it obviously looked really good, but other than that, like just going around finding new things to fight was really all I did.
The story of Morrowind's pretty funny or pretty cool because it's very reminiscent of Dune. Like your character is basically Paul Atreides.
Right. All like right off the bat, the Morrowind story, just the fact that you become so powerful, you can become so powerful, is like that's really awesome. In Skyrim, it's like, oh, you can become like the freaking what is it called?
Dragonborn.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, you get to yell loud.
Yay! The power of the voice.
Yeah, but it's just not as cool. It just isn't.
I don't even know what you are in Oblivion. You're like Picard, not Picard. Fucking the king is voiced by Patrick Stewart. So
really,
yeah, and he's like, you gotta help me fucking find a guy. I'm dying, and then he gets killed. And like this is like the first scene of the game.
Okay,
and then all hell breaks loose. Like literally, like this guy was like the bridge between the worlds or something. And once he died, a fucking hell comes to Earth, and all these Oblivion gates open, which Oblivion is like basically hell.
Did you ever play Dragon Age?
No, I didn't.
So you never played it?
I've seen videos of it.
Dude, we should totally play Dragon Age. Like that would be so cool. The problem with that is Well, it has controller support, but only for the console version. The PC version doesn't really have controller support.
Could play with a keyboard and mouse out here.
Yeah, I don't know how tiring that would be.
Mm-hmm.
But also that game can be kind of intense.
Mm-hmm.
So you would definitely want like an actual mouse.
I'm sure we could edit our setup out here to make it like
Maybe.
actually to be able to use the keyboard and mouse with like these little tables we have.
Yeah, it's possible. That game I think would be infinitely fun. Like the story in that is, I was so immersed the first time I played it, and I did things that I was like, there's no way the game thought I was gonna do this. There's no way the game was ready for this. Like I'd do things that I thought I was being super clever, you know, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna I wonder what happens if I do this now, like after setting something up, and I'll do it, and there's lines for it, and they planned it all out, and the game ran with it. And I was like, "Oh my god!" And like the exact way that I thought of myself and that in the game as the character was the way that people were treating me. And I was like, "This is awesome!" Like I didn't feel like it just kept me completely immersed. And
Very rarely can games do that well.
Right.
I think.
Right. I was so into Dragon Age. I would love to play that again.
What's the gameplay like exactly?
It's sort of it's kind of, I would say, Path of Exile-y, but not at all.
Kind of like Diablo-ish, but like
kind of, but also not at all. But like kind of a little bit.
I've heard it compared to like a mix between WoW and Diablo combat.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and like it's also like there's a lot of pausing. Or at least I did a lot of pausing.
It's real time, but with pausing.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So I there was a lot. Also, well, because you have like a team with you. You have other people, and you kind of have to figure out what they're gonna do in combat. So like if you don't want them to just do whatever they're gonna do, because they can screw you over really easy. So you need to like tell them what exactly to do before, like while in combat. So there's a lot of like stop and like, we'll see what this person's doing or whatever, or like getting their inventories organized and everything.
You've never played this game, I think, but I think the combat is very reminiscent of Baldur's Gate. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we do gotta go. But
Well, we'll carry this later.
okay, that's fine. All right.
Bye.
Lunch break?
Lunch break.
It's Wednesday, but
Today?
technically it's sort of our Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday, but it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're going on vacation.
Yeah. Yay. Today has been a horrible nightmare. I woke up, couldn't find my headphones. I was frustrated about it, and then I've been just in a bad mood the entire day. Can't shake it at all. Like, and my jaw started tightening up because I have TMJ, so it was like getting like, because I was frustrated, it was making my jaw tight, and then so it was hurting, and then that pain was making me angry. So I was getting frustrated because I was in pain, and then it was just cycling.
Oh God!
And then so I was sat there just like super angry, in pain, like can't focus, didn't have headphones, couldn't listen to music for most of the day until you found them.
Yeah.
And then
Little gift basket.
yeah,
My day was going pretty well, and then all of a sudden it feels like the fucking like I'm getting fucked by like quantum mechanics or something. I had this project that needs to be out today, and fucking everything's going smoothly. I've been using this like type of equipment that works perfectly fine. It's been working fine for months, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work anymore. It's just, I don't know, something like, I looked at the data, it's exactly the same, nothing changed. So I guess it got hit by like some quantum particle and one bit changed and it doesn't work anymore.
right. That sucks. Yeah, I don't know. It's just been a rough day, but as of right now, things are okay because I got this thing that I was stressing out over out of the way for the most part. I'm not going to even turn it in until the end of the day because I don't even want to see it again. I don't want it to come back, you know? I'm like, I just want to have it sit there. I'll marinate it. I'll think about it, make sure it's what I want, and then I'll turn it in later and be done with it because we're not going to be there the rest of the week anyway.
Would you like to talk about Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, we should talk about it because we ended kind of in the middle of talking about or comparing like Dragon Age to Baldur's Gate, and that is a genuinely interesting comparison.
So I was talking about Baldur's Gate. It's not the one that we've played, Baldur's Gate 3,
Right.
but there's other Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
Okay.
Obviously, it's the third one, but fucking the gameplay in those games is completely different than Baldur's Gate 3. Like Baldur's Gate 3 is more of like a D&D styled, turn-based kind of game.
Right.
While I think Baldur's Gate 2 is more reminiscent of Dragon Age. Like you have a little party of people that you all control, and I don't know if in Dragon Age I think you actually like have like a main character you control or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have your guy. You pick your guy at the beginning, and then your story is mostly focused around your guy. But like depending on which guy you pick or your class or whatever, you have different starts to the game.
Okay, I think in Baldur's Gate 3 it's kind of like that, except there's not really a main guy, you just have like a main party, but very similar combat. It's real time and you tell your guys what to do, and if you don't give them an order, they'll just cast spells or something.
Yeah.
And you can pause it to, be like, I want you to go here and attack that.
Yeah. That sounds pretty much kind of how it goes. It's also like, I don't know, there's something, the way that Dragon Age feels is so satisfying to me. And like I said, I had never felt more immersed in a game. And the combat, though, can be frustrating because dealing with like having to focus so much on your teammates and then having to rely on them so much because the levels, like everything's really set up with the expectation that you'll have that help. And so if you go in and you think you're strong enough to handle shit, you're not. And like you never have enough health, you never do enough damage. You have to use those other people on your team. And sometimes like you die a lot. Like I lose when I was playing Dragon Age, I would lose a lot and have to do the same section like multiple times in a row before I managed it. I was also playing on a fairly hard difficulty, but I felt like it made it more fun that way. I wanted to do it right. But it could be frustrating, but the satisfaction of like getting the right people in the right place and using the right items and the right whatever at the right time to make it through with everybody still alive and everything's good was super satisfying every single time it happened. So like I think it would be super fun.
You were also talking about how like basically all your decisions in that game matters.
Yes.
I was thinking of how like it's very difficult for that to happen in a game. Like it's not really done well often, but I think Outer Wilds does that very well because you can do like random niche things like break the universe, and you really, really wouldn't think about doing it unless you're like, oh shit, like what is this really specific thing you could do? And then it's just really impressive that the developers thought of that and implemented it into the game.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's to the point that like if you just kind of go off the rails and you just kind of do something random, it can either be amazing or horrific, and it might not seem significant. So like I don't know, I would have like you'll see an opportunity where you could betray somebody, but maybe you could either betray them in a way that's obvious, or you could betray them in a way that's subtle. Or you could like, you could work with them all the way until a certain point and then do it. Whatever it may be, like if you're planning on doing something malicious or whatever it might be, the game is ready for those scenarios and gives you like the most satisfying or like, and depending on the way that you carry yourself, like the responses that you give, like if you carry yourself in a certain way,
like sarcastically or something.
Yeah, the game will sort of treat you with that, like it will treat you that way, and it's not like in an unfeeling kind of way. Like a lot of games where you have choices, like I have like a head lore about who I am and like what they think of me and who like and sometimes the game doesn't really respect that, or like it kind of sometimes goes out of that and it doesn't really like align with how my character is to me. But in Dragon Age, 100% of the time, like when I felt this way about myself, or I felt maybe guilt for doing something weird with a different character, suddenly like they respond to me with the appropriate response, and I'm like,
really
this is
cool.
Really like it was very immersive, in that way. But
isn't there a second Dragon Age and it like sucks or something, or like a third one?
I don't know. I think I'm talking about Dragon Age Origins.
Okay. I think I've heard of Dragon Age Inquisition, maybe?
Yeah, and I'm not even 100% sure if that's what I'm talking about. I think that's what I'm talking about. I had it on PC, and actually I had it on Xbox first. But yeah, I don't know. It's incredible. I love that game. I'd love to stream it or record it or something,
You know how well it works on Steam Deck?
I mean, probably not. Like I said, we talked about this yesterday, I think, a little bit. It would require a mouse and keyboard, just because the Steam Deck version is a PC version, and the PC version really doesn't have controller support.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's kind of a different game entirely when it comes to the UI. The Xbox version of the game was sort of very different. Yeah, sometimes they do that, especially with older games. They have like almost completely different games for the different platforms.
Oh, God.
But yeah. But other than all that,
I've been doing some pretty fun stuff with making videos ever since. Like I used to make quite a lot more videos back in the day, but ever since we've got into this setup, it's actually like motivated me to do more.
yeah,
So I've been working on some silly things like a General Grievous video.
right.
One of our coworkers pointed out that in the 2005 version of Star Wars Battlefront 2, General Grievous walks perfectly to the beat of Cantina's band song number 2.
Yeah,
So I've made like a compilation video of him running through all the maps, and I'm trying to like edit it in a way to where like it's kind of like the Down South or the Dead South band.
yeah.
They made that one whistling song
yeah.
where they're like, and they're like in different like scenes, but they're in the same pose and everything.
Right.
I'm trying to go with like that kind of
I
aesthetic.
gotcha.
And then
Yeah.
like there's like transitions to the beat and everything.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've seen a bit of it,
Mhm.
but I didn't think, or I've seen it, but I didn't think that it was. I didn't like that's an interesting inspiration to be going off of. Like, yeah, where it's like you kind of have like this kind of back and forth little compilation thingy. Because in the Dead South, they're sort of like dancing
Mhm.
in a line or whatever.
I want to add more to it because right now it's like 55 seconds long, and that's like about a fourth of the song. So there's like 3 more minutes of content that I could make with it, but I don't know. After a minute of it, it kind of starts to feel tedious unless I get inspiration to really do something different. I don't know how well the video would turn out if it's just like the same kind of stick over and over him, just kind of him walking to the beat and
No.
killing people. I'd want to do like more extreme edits.
Right. Yeah. You just kind of have to sit on it,
Mhm.
you know, just like keep it around, look at it every once in a while. Try not to get burned out on it either.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like work on it for like hours and hours a day. Just
Yeah.
like
I always
getting
find, like,
headaches with
honestly,
it.
I feel like if I talk about it, it makes it worse.
Mhm.
So I honestly would recommend not doing that if you can, like not even discussing your ideas or whatever, just trying to do it and make it happen if you can. But
the worst part, there's some certain ideas that I don't even know how to do.
yeah,
Like I'm having ideas of like sometimes the beat it could show like multiple screens of him walking in like a grid format,
yeah,
and it was like each grid would be like a different location, but just him walking
right.
the same way. But I wouldn't know how to do that.
Yeah,
I could ask the AI.
right.
I'm sure it could find an easy way to find out for me.
Dude, this has been a very short week. This is going to be, and we're going to have a very long break.
Mm-hmm.
This is a short episode. This is going to be the end.
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy.
I don't think we've taken a vacation this long before.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Like ever since we started working at the place we work at now, like the longest vacation I ever remember doing is like I'll take a Friday and a Monday off, so I get a 4-day weekend.
Right.
But I'm taking Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's 6 whole days.
It's going to feel weird.
I know.
It's going to feel really weird coming back. I was thinking about that today because I was like, I feel like I'm not going to know how to do my job at all. Like, it's going to be rough.
We forget all the standards for each individual
Right.
area.
Yeah. But, yeah, and I also I have a lot of stuff to do today. I'm kind of still buried under stuff. So I'm going to spend the rest of the day just really trying to, like, get as many things out as I can. Because I haven't really done anything. I was just stressing out the whole beginning of the day. Like,
I like how like yours day is like kind of like a bit of like an opposite of my day. My day was very chill starting out, and I was
Yeah.
like in this very vacationing, like I'm just gonna chill all day mindset, and then
Yeah.
boom, all of a sudden this error occurs, and I'm like, oh shit, I have to
Yeah.
fucking lock in, or I'm not gonna get this project out. And then if I don't get it out today, it won't be out for weeks.
yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty much set. Everything I have in my bucket that I don't finish will just be taken out
Mm-hmm.
when I leave. So I just want to try to get as much of it done as I can, and that's it. But I don't know. There's something about just having that like angry chemical in your head. Like as soon as I started off this morning, it was in there. could not shake it no matter what I did. My brain just kept producing more of it. And little things were making me angry. Like stupid little things. Like Matt posted a meme. And it was like it was like something to do with, it was just like a piece of wood or whatever, or like a piece of paper on like a piece of wood. It was basically like a dad asking for advice on how to punish a daughter or something stupid, and and asking for mothers to like fill in the blanks underneath on the piece of paper as for suggestions. And every one of the suggestions were like the same suggestion, kind of just phrased in a different way. And it made me angry because it made me think of comment sections on YouTube videos where like somebody will say something and then you scroll down and there's like 100 more comments, all with like an absurd amount of likes. And I'm just like, all I'm thinking is like, do these people not read the comments? Are they just going down, posting it, and then being like, whatever, and then leaving? Like, what happened? How does this happen?
Makes me think of a dead internet theory.
But like everything was just making me angry for no reason.
There's two like really bad things about it. Like one, the chemical is very distracting, but it's like a cyclical chemical too. Like it'll activate another chemical that's really good at producing that chemical again.
Right.
So you'll usually get caught in this like this fucking death spiral or something.
Yeah, and then when I didn't have music, it was so much worse. Like as soon as you gave me those headphones, I changed my life because I was like, okay.
You were sending me stuff about how like TMJ helps or like contributes to like the cyclical.
Yeah, it just makes a cycle because it hurts. The more frustrated you get, the more tense your jaw gets, and then it leads to like headaches, and then that pain is frustrating. It's really annoying when there's a pain, especially in your jaw or your teeth. So I have to just sit there with my jaw lax.
Oh God.
It's horrible, and then that makes me angry. It's just a horrible, horrible cycle.
The whole body is like this fucked up amalgamation of like self-sabotaging cycles. Mm-hmm. Like there's like the panic cycle. There's like the blood pressure cycle. Like, my blood pressure's high. If I think about it, it makes my blood pressure higher.
Yeah. And there's also just like emotional responses in general are like that, because emotions are really just your body anticipating something happening and then giving some kind of response. Mm-hmm. So like now, because I know, like I associate that clenching of my teeth with anger. So when I have TMJ problems, my body's like, oh, your jaw's clenched up, you must be angry. And then so I start feeling anger as a response to that. And so it just makes it worse. And yeah, everything, your body's just constantly trying. The only way to fix that is to just completely clear your head. And to clear your head long enough that chemical dissipates, and you can kind of move on from it. And even like this podcast right now, just talking is probably helping. Mm-hmm. Like just trying to distract myself from it so I can kind of wipe it away. But beginning of the day, I was very upset. I couldn't even talk to people really. Like I was seeing static. I was just like, I couldn't think. It was just foggy, just frustrated, couldn't figure anything out.
I guess it's about making practices that builds a positive neural network.
Yeah. Mental health is really about discipline. Mm-hmm. And learning how your body betrays you and trying to find strategies to like not make that continue to
mitigate
happen.
the damage.
Yeah.
But
we gotta go. Yeah, it's time. We gotta go back.
Bye.